I'll tell you what.
What?
I sold everything I had in Pinterest. I'm buying Lockheed Martin. I'm buying Raytheon.
Northrop
Grumman. Boeing. I'm buying it all, baby.
I think Northrop was actually near all-time highs the other day because war
they
stocks.
Can feel it. Yeah.
They can feel the war machine ratcheting up.
They got their legs strapped on a rocket and they're going to ride it.
By the way, Emil's kidding, obviously. He doesn't own or recommend buying.
You can follow my ETF. It's just called WAR, WAR.
I've got the short war one, so it's WAR U.
All right. Ben's got
no, Peace. P-I-C.
Oh, yeah.
Peace.
And you're just buying into like Pinterest.
The peaceful stocks.
The peaceful stocks.
The ones that aren't going to war.
Apple shares are just getting hammered this morning. Every day they're pounding it. Bitcoin. I'm not fucking leaving. Surprise.
I wish I could do that like vibrato. Remember in
Remember in what?
Cable Guy when he does the No.
What?
Yeah, not that one.
Okay,
when
what?
he sings
Oh.
Don't you want somebody earth?
That's pretty good.
Don't you need?
It's fun to do that with a dog. I was playing tug of war with Voodoo, and she was going, and I just go.
Oh, and you go.
I tap on her. No, I tap on her chin, so she goes,
He gives a funny speech before it too. He talks about Altamont, I think.
Oh yeah, this is the tragedy of Altamont.
Don't you run?
Okay.
Yeah,
you know what I was
I'm
thinking
done.
about in the bathroom? The miracle of soap.
Did you know that they used to not wash their hands before? The
Eating?
doctors wouldn't wash their hands before.
Oh yeah.
And they started washing their hands, and then infant mortality rate plummeted.
Oh my God. You know, it really is. Doctors really were a bunch of dum-dums back in the day, weren't
great,
they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got something going on? Let's smack some leeches on it,
Right.
and we'll
Really
call it a
amazing.
day.
It
No,
is
here, have some heroin and some leeches.
different times, man.
If I were, this is a bit more of a stretch, but I frequently think about if I were a caveman, how fucked I would be.
Oh yeah, the glasses.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to see.
Just the general.
I'd be dead at 18.
Not me. I wear contacts, which is problematic for
Okay,
me.
so you would also be dead.
I would be able to see enough.
You think so? I definitely wouldn't. I'd be a gatherer. I'd be a gatherer, and I'd be fucking other people's wives while they're away hunting. I'd be like, hey, you know, Gormax is out there hunting. You don't know if he's coming back. Check out these berries I
I'll take
found.
care. Someone's got to watch the wives.
Hey, you know, I can see up close just fine, and I can see that you're lonely. What would cave ladies be named back then? Gormax is the guy.
Sheila.
Sheila, you know.
Sheila, look, Gormax isn't coming back.
I wouldn't. I'm not a good hunter, but baby, I can gather.
And then Gormax does come back, and he kicks your ass.
No, he wouldn't know, because me and Sheila would keep
Keep it
it
on the
quiet.
low.
Yeah, we'd keep it on the down low. That's just how they did it back then. They
Different
were
times.
polyamorous.
You know what I've been thinking about? Speaking of different times,
What?
have you been seeing the trailer for Death on the Nile?
No,
You know what it is?
no.
Remember, like, the
Moses?
murder on the Orient Express?
Yes.
So, like, it's the same thing. It's the same famous detective. But in the trailer, same thing with the murder on the Orient Express.
Okay.
He walks, like, there's been a murder. And then they're like, what are we going to do? And then he walks in and he's like, I am Akubara.
What?
That's his name.
Akubara?
No.
Sounds like a car.
He says it all fucked up
Uh-huh.
because he's like French or something.
Uh-huh.
I only know it because I read one of the books. It's Agatha Christie. And I'm like, that's how you fucking say it? He says Akubara.
Wow. That reminds me.
Hercule Poirot. But back in the day, I'm like, but they all go, holy shit, that's the fucking detective we like.
That's funny. Oh, yeah, before we get started, check the disclaimer in the description box. Hey, speaking of mispronouncing names, one of my favorite books, Sirens of Titan by Kurt Vonnegut.
Dude.
Great book.
This happened to me.
What? Do you know this story?
No, but this literally,
Okay, so-
I went up.
I'll go first. I'll go
Okay.
first. So the main character's name is spelled Malachi.
And you called him Malachi?
I called him Malachi.
Me
and
too.
I was playing Halo a couple of years after that, playing Halo 3 online with the little plug-nosed 12-year-old kid in the South. And I actually didn't know what he sounded like until we were in the lobby together. But we were playing team doubles, and we were getting our asses kicked. I was getting my ass kicked. He was whipping ass. But his name was Malachi. And I just was going, Malachi, Malachi, grenade, grenade. And then I'd get blown up. Malachi, Malachi, help me. I'd get killed. I'm just getting my ass whooped, and I'm dragging him down. Malachi, Malachi, this, that. And then we lost horribly. And he turns on his microphone in the lobby, and he goes, you fucking suck. And my name's pronounced Malachi, dumbass. And then he left. And I was like, oh my fucking God. Malachi, of course. This whole time, years, I thought it was Malachi.
Mine's way worse because I was older.
Well, I was in my 20s.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was in my 20s, and I was, a date to a wedding, and I was like connecting with this guy. He was like super smart, and we started talking about books, and Kurt Vonnegut came up, and he brought up Sirens of Titans, and I was like, oh, dude, fucking Malachi. And he was like, Malachi? And I was like, fuck!
Yeah, you and me both. Wow. So that's why, yeah.
It looks like fucking Malachi.
It looks like Malachi. I read the book like 4 or 5 times before I played Xbox with this kid who called me a dumbass and said, it's Malachi. God damn it. Yeah, Malachi Constant.
Malachi.
Malachi Constant. Fuck. It's a great book, you guys. You
I
should
wish
read
Kurt
it.
Vonnegut was still alive so he could come out and be like, it's actually Malachi. I didn't want
I didn't want to spoil it for anybody. Okay, so let's get into it. First of all, I wanted to give a shout out to Ryan, the Australian ass doctor. Hey, Ryan. He heard a lot of people were talking about the ass pain and they identified with it. But then here comes Ryan. He's a proctologist or an ass doctor, whatever you want to call it, in Australia, and he DM'd me on Instagram, and we had a cool conversation. Also, shout out to our friend Beth.
Wait, that reminds me.
What?
I've been getting people DMing me about precordial catch. And
Oh,
like,
yeah. I saw a few
that.
comments about that. Yeah.
It's-
We're saving lives.
Yeah, or this could be like you know how kids on TikTok think like they develop tics and like disorders that they don't
Yes.
have? It could be that.
Yeah, where we're just giving everybody, what is that called? Where you think that you got something, but you don't.
Munchausen by proxy?
Munchausen? By proxy? Talking about like hypochondria.
Oh, Munchausen is a thing though. It's like
Yeah.
when you convince someone.
It sounds like a great cereal, doesn't it?
It does.
Munchausen with some almond
So
milk.
we should make up a disease and see if people tell us they have it.
Homies disease. Homies.
Did you see? Oh, I sent it to you.
What?
The girl, two souls, one bod.
Oh yeah, that's a whole topic for another time. All these people who think that they've got all sorts of disorders, but they're really—I mean, they do have a disorder. They're nuts.
Well, she like got outed and they shut down her account.
Ah.
And, yeah.
Outed as what? Being a joke? Making it all up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
well,
the worst thing for me was when my friend sent it to me. I looked at it and I said, "Holy shit, is this real?" And he was like,
no.
"What do you mean real? Like, do you think magic exists and these people have two souls trapped in their body?" And I was like, "Oh."
Yeah. For those of you not in the know, it's an emerging TikTok trend among young people who claim that they have like essentially multiple personalities, multiple souls living in one body.
She was saying she had two souls trapped in her body.
Yeah.
One was Jesse, one was James, real original.
Yeah.
And they would like talk to each other.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a really weird time. Oh yeah. So Beth is training for the LA Marathon, and she's been listening to us while she runs. So hey Beth, good job.
Hey Beth, keep hoofing it.
Yeah, keep hoofing it. Those sub 10-minute miles. The Burp jar is on eBay, so go bid on it. Wow, the current bid is $207.50.
Hell yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Oh, we got 8 watchers, too.
Wow. How many bids? 8 watchers, how many bids? Where does it say
4
that?
bids.
4 bids.
Yeah, so... Oh,
Koala not included. Koala not included.
Koala not included. It'll be up until
4 days left.
Monday. It'll be up until Monday, so get your bids in. All proceeds go to the Australian Wildlife Conservancy. We are going to save some koalas.
Yeah, if we save one, it'll be worth it. If we save none, it won't be worth it. So, they got chlamydia, those koalas.
And they're always high or something.
Yeah, they're crazy. They're also dumb as rocks.
Me and Ben share a lot with koalas.
Yeah, we do.
Dumb as shit.
Dumb as shit. Minus the STDs.
Super chlamydia.
Yeah. Just riddled with chlamydia.
Constantly high. No,
I haven't been high in a while. There's a lot to get to this week. Man, I guess we just got to get right into it, huh? Tesla had earnings.
We could do whatever we want.
Tesla had earnings, and at first it was up, and then now it's down big today. Microsoft had earnings. It was down and then up. And that's just, we're going to get into a little bit of some lessons here in a moment. But the big thing, the big headlines this week, a lot of people are freaking out because stocks are nearing what's called correction territory. A correction is when the market drops 10%. And then 20% would be like a bear market. But it's scary, you know?
And this is really big because a lot of these retail traders who have gotten in the past year have never experienced something like this.
So I wanted to share this guy who I follow on Twitter, Ryan Dietrich, is a really smart dude, and his tweet reads, "Stocks are nearing a correction. This isn't fun, but it is part of the process sometimes," which is certainly true. And so he goes on to list, this is why he's such a valuable follow for me. Here's a list of all the other corrections since 1980. Each felt really bad as well. A year later, they were up 25% on average and higher 90% of the time. 2 years out gets even better. So basically what this means is that even every correction since 1980, and he lists them all right here. There's 1980, 81, 82, 83, 87, 89, and so on and so forth, all the way up to 2020. A year later, on average, the S&P is up 25%. And 2 years later, on average, the S&P is up 37%. So, like he says, it feels bad, it's not fun, but it's a healthy thing for markets because they can get a bit frothy, and then you got to kind of reset, so to speak. But Jesus H, I keep effing having to clear my throat.
I got the same thing going on. I don't know what it is.
It's COVID-19 with Lyme.
I hope not.
Oh man, hey, whatever happened to 7-Up? What the fuck happened to 7-Up?
What do you mean?
Where'd it go?
I don't fucking know.
You don't have any ads for it. You don't hear about it anymore.
Make 7-Up yours.
Yeah, remember that?
I used to have an uncle who would tell me as a kid, and I believed him. He would say, because he didn't have much money, and he'd be like, yeah, it sucks. I was hard at work, and I made 1 up, 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, 5 up, and 6 up, and I gave up, and I said, you know what? These it's never going to go anywhere. And then some guy comes along and makes 7 up.
God, that's such a shitty uncle joke. God damn. That's so bad. That's worse than what I would come up with. Ugh. Tell your uncle I said fuck you.
He's dead.
Okay, and then he is? All right. Well, rest in peace. Hey guys, we want to take a quick break to thank another sponsor of today's episode, Current. Current is the future of banking, where you can manage your money all from your phone. Current's app and connected debit card help you get ahead by giving you faster access to paychecks, fewer fees, and more flexibility. Plus, you can earn points on every swipe, redeemable for cashback rewards.
Current just launched their newest feature. Current members are now able to earn 4% annual percentage yield, APY, 60 times the national average. Any member who signs up for a Current personal account can start earning 4% APY by adding money to their savings pod.
Wow.
And enabling the interest feature. Members can transfer money between savings pods and their spending balance. There are no fees for this feature or balance minimum requirements to access.
You know, I was a skeptic, but then I tried Current, and it's pretty tight. I mean, that interest rate is
Can we talk about the APY?
That's that's better than you get with a bond. Let me tell you that.
60 times the national average, my man.
Plus, the app is pretty cool. It feels intuitive, like an app should be. And you know something? I'm a little teed off because my former bank, I was getting charged a monthly maintenance fee.
Oh,
$15.
Absolute poppycock.
Yeah, that's total horse plop. $15, if you can believe that.
So we've partnered with Current to give away more money. That's right. Current is giving away $1,000 to Trillionaire Mindset listeners through the end of February. That's $250 to 4 listeners of our show.
That's free money, folks.
That's free money. All you have to do is download the Current app at current.com/trill or enter our code TRILL during sign up for a chance to win. Remember, that's code TRILL during sign up. Winners will be awarded soon, so don't wait. Download the Current app, check out their new interest feature, and enter code TRILL for a chance to win. No purchase is necessary to win. Purchase won't increase chances of winning. Void where prohibited. Eligibility restrictions apply. Visit current.com/trill for full terms and conditions.
So then also we've got some big shit happening this week, unless you've been living under a rock. And if you are, how's the rent? That's not that good. Anyway, this country called Russia is maybe thinking about invading Ukraine. And again,
this country called USA is thinking about maybe going to war.
Yeah, so I don't mean to sound callous and like calculated, but to quote the Stoics, you should only focus on what you can control. And obviously we can't control any of this stuff, but what we can do is control our reaction to it. And it's going to potentially suck for a lot of people in certain parts of the world, but how might that, people are inevitably going to ask, well, how's that going to affect my money? And how's that going to affect the stock market? So another thing from Ryan, I believe, is what could happen and what historically does happen with conflicts. So, yeah, we've got this article here, and he says it, to quote him, as devastating as a major conflict could be between Russia and Ukraine, the truth is stocks likely will be able to withstand the geopolitical struggle. In fact, looking back at the other major geopolitical events throughout history reveals stocks usually take them as a non-event. So, he goes back and he lists several geopolitical events to try to, quell our collective kind of fears. There's
Jesus, this is like the darkest
I know.
list of
God.
Oh my God.
So, should we start at the top?
Just so you guys know, the market doesn't care if there's a Boston Marathon bombing.
Oh, yeah.
The market doesn't care if there's a London subway bombing. The market doesn't care about the Munich Olympics. They don't care if Reagan got shot. Honey, I forgot to duck.
The Tet Offensive? A mere blip. So
the Saudi Aramco drone strike?
That's an interesting.
Kick rocks.
There's the one that I see U.S. terrorist attacks, and I'm like, what one is that?
Yeah, what happened on
9/11.
What happened 9/11?
But it doesn't
Be
say, he
more
doesn't
specific.
call it. He doesn't call it 9/11. That's interesting.
Maybe he's British and he knows it as
No, this guy's not British. But it is, 9/11 was different because they shut down the entire market for a whole week. They just said, all right, I believe the SEC has the authority. They are the only ones who have the authority to shut down the entire market for I think they can shut it down up to 90 days. They have the authority to.
They were
with notice to the president.
They were like, just shut it down, man.
Well, yeah, and that's the right thing to do because you got to give everybody time to kind of process and.
Damn, yeah. Pearl Harbor took a big fucking.
Well, yeah, that was WW2. But anyway, the point is
yeah,
that
I know what it was.
Geopolitical.
Wait, when did Pearl Harbor happen?
World War II. It was Japan going, you know what? We're bringing the Americans into the fight because we're...
Quit fucking around, FDR. Get in here. We're all having fun.
They're all splashing around in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Hey, did you ever, speaking of splashing around in the bathtub...
Did I ever take a bath with my brother?
I was going to say, did you ever pee next to your brother and make the streams cross?
Oh, yeah.
Over the toilet. Yeah, I did that too with my brothers. Really weird to look back at. Because I'm like, how did it not get pee everywhere? Absolutely everywhere. But I guess we probably crossed it further into the toilet.
Your parents probably had to clean up the toilet bowl.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, Mom, if you're watching this, let me know if you had to clean up our pee. So like Emil said, lots of new traders are now facing quite the different market. They're used to the meme stocks, buying the dip.
Everything goes up.
Stocks only go up. Cryptos.
I buy and then it goes up and then I sell. It is funny. I was reading a Bloomberg article, and they were talking about like, yeah, they just don't. These new retail traders don't know exactly what to do with themselves in this situation. And even the ones who are like, oh, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to move my money out of the stock market and into crypto because that's not going to do anything.
Double whammy of an
and then they move it out of there, put it into crypto, and then that goes down.
Yeah. My biggest fear is for those of you who sold stocks before December 31st of 2021 and booked profit, you are now going to be taxed on those profits no matter what happens to your money now. So if you made, let's say, $50,000 in the stock market last year and you sold before the end of the year, that is a booked gain for tax year 2021. And let's say January 1st, your money takes a $30,000 hit. Uncle Sam doesn't care. The IRS doesn't care. You still owe him on that.
Graham Stephan said the IRS is a good guy. he came on here and he said he's a good guy.
The IRS?
Yeah.
Well, no, he lied.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know. Imagine that. Someone lying. So I wanted to give a little bit of okay, because it's not advice, but it's like how I trade personally in corrections. When
no one else do this.
Because there's two types of people out there. There are the aspiring and experienced traders, the people who are trading in the short term to make money, like trading. And then there's the people, the smarter people, who are just investing and are not worried about, you can worry a little bit, but you're still sticking to,
if you're you probably won't even remember this in 5
exactly.
years.
You probably won't. And that's not, we're not saying to do anything, but it's not something where you're going to get in and try to actively time the market. But for someone like me, who's a trader, I made a little list of the things that I try to do when volatility is higher. And for those of you who don't remember, the Volatility Index is something called the VIX, the VIX. You can pull it up, you can look at it. I think currently it's like just under 30, if not back above 30. That's pretty high. Okay, that's high. That's a high volatility.
What's it usually at?
Well, it's not it's at 31.84. Wow, it's about to go green on the day. And
what's it been at?
It's not a complacent market, but a calm market has the VIX in the teens or the low 20s. And for most of 2021, it was below 20 with occasional spikes above 20 into 25. But then, usually it comes back down. So when the VIX, and it just went green on the day. Ah, crap. And I hope that all my positions at home are doing okay. Anyway, so when the VIX is high, it means to be nimble. Or it doesn't mean that, but my general rule is when volatility's high, I'm nimble. I'm trying not to hold positions overnight because you could buy something and it closes at the high of the day only to open, down 10% the next day. So when volatility's high, I'm nimble, I'm taking profits. I'm ringing the register constantly. Okay, I bought this and it bounced like I played Square a couple times this week, AKA Block. It's now called Block. But I bought it at the low of the day and it jumped up a couple points and boom, I rang the register. $500, $600, boom. I'm not holding it overnight because volatility's high, right?
It just went green. It's 32.
You don't know what you're going to get. So the other thing is things can go in, like how in a bull market, things can go a lot higher than you think. When things start to turn south, they can go a lot lower than you think, and they can stay low and cause a lot of pain. So with that, don't be a hero. Don't try to catch a falling knife, as they say. You can wait for everybody else to kind of figure out the price discovery that's going on. Wait for the market to kind of pick a direction because volatility means it's volatile. There's no defined direction. It's still very, very hectic. And if you look at what's been going on, it's like up today, down tomorrow, up today, down tomorrow. Big amounts, like 2-3%. Those are big moves. So you got to be careful. So the other thing is, in high volatility markets, I'm paying attention to macro events, bigger events like what's going on with Russia, like the Fed, because the Fed has been a big part of what has turned the market on its side. Because the Fed is basically saying, hey, the easy money part of what we've been doing is coming to an end, and we
Right.
are raising interest rates.
Powell wants to raise interest rates, bring it
Yeah.
into the quantitative easing.
Yes. And it's annoying because I personally think the dude should have done it way many, many months ago. Because now he's in between a rock and a hard place where it's like he raises interest rates, you spook the market, which could maybe down the line trigger a recession. But if he does nothing, you've got inflation running rampant.
Well, I find it weird how many people have been calling for this to happen for so long, and now it's happening. And
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of those same people are like, "Oh my God, everything's gonna implode."
Yeah.
And you're like, "This is what you've been calling for to happen."
Yeah. And it's frustrating because it takes a while. Like, when they first hinted that they were going to slow down and raise interest rates, the market kind of, said, okay, whatever. Well, it's going to happen later. For now, it's still easy money. And then before you know it, it starts to roll over and it actually starts to signal, okay, shit, things are getting real. And rising interest rates means that, rising interest rates will affect growth stocks the most, aka stocks that are priced for future growth that they don't yet necessarily have. So these are stocks that are valued a lot higher than maybe they deserve to be because it's a speculative market and it's a bull market. So you give these growth stocks a bit more of the benefit of the doubt. Those are typically the first ones to get whacked, and that's what's been happening. A lot of the growth stocks have been getting whacked, which I will touch on that in a second. But another thing, so just back to the volatility thing, pay attention to whether institutions are stepping in to buy, especially with like options. And two of the accounts that I like to follow is one called Unusual Whales, and then there's Wall Street Jesus. Both of these accounts track unusual options purchases, which can be vague. You don't really know. Like, okay, they may be a big call option purchase, which seems bullish, but it might be a hedge on a short. You don't really know. But typically, I look for big options purchases in some of the leaders like Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, etc., Google, for a signal that, okay, like some of the big money is stepping in again to take advantage of these lower prices, and maybe things are starting to turn around, and then you keeping an eye on the VIX. I know there's a lot of shit going on here, and there's a lot. Last thing, look at your charts. Look at your charts. So I look at, this is so discombobulated, I feel like.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like I'm all over the place.
I feel like this is good info, and people are going to be
okay.
excited about this.
So when I'm looking at a chart, there's this one indicator that's pretty much a default on any chart. If you look at like TradingView, is called the RSI, which is the Relative Strength Index, indicator, the Relative Strength Indicator. It's not an index, but it shows exactly what the name implies, relative strength. And I think 30 is the level of like oversold, 70 is approaching overbought, and a lot of these stocks lately are in the oversold territory. But like I said, it can stay that way for a lot longer, but that can kind of help inform a good risk-reward profile. So using Square again as an example, I was looking at Square. It's been just absolutely clobbered, and I think as of today, it's down like it's down like its 10th or 11th day in a row. But the RSI on it is like 9, which is so low. But that doesn't mean it's guaranteed to bounce. So what I do then is I look at the volume. The volume can tell you a lot about whether you're near a near-term bottom, and you're looking for capitulation, the pain of just like, okay, so many people are just getting absolutely fucked, and there's a big transfer from buyers to sellers and vice versa. Just like you want to look for a big rush of volume toward a low. And if you look at the Square daily chart, there's been a lot of that. There's been a lot of that in a lot of these stocks that have gotten their asses whooped. The other thing, like I said, things can go lower than you think. But so then what I do is I look at the weekly charts too. I take that 30,000-foot view that I've talked about. So like Square, I look at the weekly chart, and you can see, I'm not going to pull it up because we're trying to stay friendly to our audio listeners. But if you look at the weekly chart on Square, it bounced almost perfectly to a level that hadn't been seen since like 2018. I think it was about $100 a share. and it bounced perfectly on Monday on heavy volume with the RSI pretty oversold. So what that does for me as a trader is it gives me a very well-defined risk-reward profile. So I'm like, okay, that's a good area to watch as my stop loss. Like $100 a share is a nice general area, maybe a couple bucks below because it could creep below and trigger a bunch of people's stop losses who are thinking the same thing. But sure enough, it bounced from $100 to $120. I didn't get it exactly, but I got it at like 108. I sold it like 118. It's $10 a share. That's great. It's lunch money, milk money.
We're going out to lunch.
We're going out to lunch, baby. So take profits. You got to manage your risk if you're trading in these high volatility environments. And last but not least, don't be afraid to do nothing. Sometimes no trade is a trade in itself.
That's what they say.
That is what they say. Sit on those hands. Make them numb. Make them numb, and then,
Hodl till you can't hodl no more.
Oh, God, I fucking hate that.
Hey guys, we want to take a quick break to thank the sponsor of today's episode, NordVPN. Why do you need a VPN? A good VPN service provides you a secure, encrypted tunnel for online traffic to flow. Nobody can see through the tunnel, get their hands on your online data, or find your real IP address and location.
NordVPN is the best VPN if you're looking for peace of mind when on public Wi-Fi. Securely access personal information or work files, encrypt your internet connection, and keep your browsing history and online identity private. I was traveling in a foreign country, and I was on, you know what they call Wi-Fi in foreign countries?
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. I was on the Wi-Fi over there trying to watch some foreign Netflix, and I was a little spooked. You know what I did? I remembered, I'm safe. I got NordVPN. I can keep my IP address secure, and I can rest easy watching reruns of The Office, knowing that nobody's going to jack my online history or steal my credit card information on the Wi-Fi.
You'll enjoy online privacy and security on every platform. There's a NordVPN application for Windows, Mac, OS, iOS, Android, Linux, and even Android TV. Oh, and also encrypted proxy extensions for Chrome and Firefox. Best of all, with one NordVPN account, you can secure up to 6 devices at the same time.
Go to nordvpn.com/Trill or use code TRILL to get up to 70% off your NordVPN plan, plus 1 additional month for free. It's completely risk-free with NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. That's nordvpn.com/Trill or use the code TRILL to get up to 70% off your NordVPN plan, plus 1 additional month for free. So what is going on, buddy? Tell us what's going on with Russia.
Well, I'll tell you what.
What?
I sold everything I had in Pinterest. I'm buying fucking Lockheed Martin. I'm buying Raytheon.
Northrop
Grumman. Fucking Boeing. I'm buying it all, baby.
I think Northrop was actually near all-time highs the other day because war stocks.
Can feel it. Yeah.
They can feel the war machine ratcheting up.
They got their legs strapped on a rocket and they're going to ride it.
By the way, Emil's kidding, obviously. He doesn't own or recommend buying.
You can follow my ETF. It's just called WAR, WAR.
I've got the short WAR one, so it's WAR U. Some of them are like, that's what they do with the inverse ETFs, is they just smack a U on there.
All right. Ben's got
no, peace. P-I-C.
Oh, yeah.
Peace.
And you're just buying into like Pinterest.
And like, Pinterest and the peaceful stocks.
The peaceful stocks.
The ones that aren't going to war. So, yeah, they're...
So Russia is amassing troops at the Ukrainian border.
Yeah.
USA is not doing anything to help. They seem to be ramping up the tensions. They're
Joe Byron.
Big
boop. What is it?
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
They're saying they got 8,500 troops at the ready.
Yeah. A coalition of the willing.
They're sending lethal aid, which is an insane way to say it.
Guns.
Yeah, like we're sending hundreds of pounds of lethal aid. It's going to be a mess.
Lethal aid. You know who's got lethal aid? Cops.
Yeah.
Stop or I will use lethal aid.
It is fucking scary. I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't want there to be a war. It feels a little ridiculous. I think it's a lot of like chest puffing and dick measuring. I think all over what? Like us wanting fucking Ukraine to become a part of NATO? Why? Like just get like
to keep Russia in check?
Diplomatic way to go in and be like, yeah, we just won't have Ukraine become a member of NATO.
Yeah.
And let's fucking be done with this.
They should do it, though. We should settle the problem the way Russians know how, with chess. Russians famously love chess.
Do they?
Yeah, they love chess, potatoes, and vodka.
Then we're gonna.
That's all you can do in Siberia.
We're gonna have to go around to public parks all across the city and find men who just sit at chessboards all day.
Yeah.
And send them to Russia
to play chess.
I guess.
Settle
However
the
we're gonna
score once and
that'd
for
be
all.
better than fucking having 2 nuclear powers.
Yeah. Well, the reason Russia wants that part of Ukraine is I read because it's I don't know why they've waited this long, but they need a good port city because all their ports are like frozen because they're all in the frozen tundras.
They just need a port. Give it to them.
Yeah, this is what this is about. Ukraine.
Give them the port.
Give them the port.
Give them the port.
Just
what? But then they just took
Crimea. Yeah, Crimea River, because Russia ain't got no port.
Crimea's right on the sea.
Yeah, so you would think that they'd be happy with that.
Russia's never happy. That's one thing I know about the Russian
You could
people.
give them all the potatoes and vodka and chess in the world, and they would still
they
just
want more.
Now we want pierogi.
Look,
anyway,
I don't want 85. Also, it's not like the 8,500 troops would go to Ukraine. I think they would go to other NATO countries and bases, and
probably.
But also, that's just a recipe for disaster, man. Like Europe can hit any of those bases from where they are, then it's just like, what the fuck?
It's weird to think about there being conventional war anymore in the age of
nuclear bombs.
Yeah, because it's like, why would you even think about having people shooting at each other when you've got airplanes, drones, nukes? Like,
right.
It's a weird thing.
If you're going to send troops, if you vote to send troops, you have to have your kid be a part of those troops.
That's interesting. What if you don't have kids?
Then you got to go.
Damn.
Yeah. So
that's what's going on in Ukraine.
But the market doesn't care.
Yeah. I was reading on Twitter, which is famously a very reliable source of information for all things geopolitical problems, but someone shared that Ukraine leaders were saying that an invasion is not imminent and that they're kind of used to it. This is a normal thing, which makes me think like, man, America probably just wants war. Joe Biden probably wants war.
We were talking about this, and I was trying to look more into it. So the U.S. was getting very aggressive and being like, all diplomatic officials need to leave Ukraine now.
Yeah.
It's getting bad.
It's about
to
go down.
And so them and the UK, I think, are in the process of moving out all their diplomatic officials.
Yeah.
But the rest of the EU has been like...
EU?
But apparently the EU was like, nah. And Ukrainian officials were like, yeah, it's not great that they're amassing all these troops, but there's no imminent threat.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, man. I just don't want to live through another war.
I don't think we're going to go to war. And for that matter, we need to stop doing war because, in my opinion, war bad. War bad. And we should have the leaders just duke it out either via arm wrestling or some kind of...
No, it's got to be cooler than arm wrestling.
It's got to be like an academic decathlon, like in Billy Madison. Some kind of contest of wits, strength.
Yeah, there's got to be a physical element
Yeah.
to it. The problem is Joe Biden he's gonna
Yeah,
get his little hiney
we need
spanked.
you know what we need? We need to elect a good grappler, a smart, a well-read grappler in his 30s.
Are you talking about me?
You're not. Do you know how to do jujitsu?
I could figure it out.
Jujitsu. There's a Jew joke in there somewhere.
Don't make it. Don't make it.
Jujitsu consists of
It's great because
you can't catch me.
You did a clumsily knocked off something off
Yeah,
your
I did.
nightstand as a.
Jiu-jitsu involves going, hey, look over there. You turn around and I'm gone.
Oh, that's good.
That's jiu-jitsu.
Ben is Jewish.
Yeah. Anyway,
to clarify,
should we talk about the other stuff? What the other big thing this week? Speaking, so this is to tie it around.
But yeah, to tie it in a knot, just war is bad, but don't be a sucker. Buy in. Check out my war ETF. I mean, if we're going, you might as well make a little money.
Yeah, it is interesting to look at. Let's see, Boeing, BA. Northrop, NOC. Or is that Northrop? Northrop's ticker symbol is NOC? You would know.
I don't know.
I don't know. But also, oh, God, it's gross.
Oh, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Honestly, that might be why we're so excited to go.
Yeah, because they got powerful. The war machine is a very powerful thing, and it's a big lobby.
And they're like, Joe, you left Afghanistan.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Hey, buddy, we got dividend payments to make to our shareholders.
Also, fuck, everyone being like, we got to go save Ukraine. It's like,
Do we?
Just thinking about Afghanistan and like that fucking video they just released of the drone strike we did after the whole airport debacle. And they were like, Joe Biden was like, we need to let them know that this will not stand.
Yeah.
And then someone was like, so Joe, we actually killed, it was a guy who worked for a U.S. organization, and then we killed 7 of his kids. And he's like, it's okay. We sent them a clear lesson.
You know, I will say this. A war in Europe would be so romantic.
Oh, yeah.
Like, World War II was so romantic.
Right. Just like the Eiffel Tower, but also the rubble all around.
All the white girls in America who adopt pit bulls and are into pinup culture would freak. They would love another European war.
They studied abroad in Praha.
Praha? You mean Prague?
Yeah.
Is that what Prague is?
Something like that.
That would be cool. Bring
ask.
back the green fatigues. None of this desert stuff.
Yeah, we'll have to dust off all the stuff.
Yeah, I would sign up because then I could go fall in love with a French wife. Yeah. Go to the countryside. Be like, I'm fighting for your country, girl. And
that's where they invented the blowjob.
French?
The
France?
blowjob didn't exist.
No way.
Yeah, everyone was like, this is so bad. We got to figure out a new sex. And the American soldiers were in France.
Whoa.
And French girls were like, yeah, you have heard of French kissing? And that's how it happened.
No way.
You're
telling me in the roaring 20s they weren't sucking each other off?
No one was sucking.
No one was sucking.
Just fucking.
No person ever thought, hey, baby, why don't you try something else here?
It happened, I think it was right after they stormed Normandy. An American soldier was like, if I don't get my
He came back to the front line, sir, I've got news from the French countryside.
It was all worth it.
Oh, God. That's pretty cool, though.
I made that up.
Oh, you did? You did? Because I really believed it.
Yeah.
I really am gullible. Okay.
No, they've been sucking since, honestly, probably cave times.
Yeah. Cave times. Gormax.
Gormax was getting sucked on the reg.
Well, Gormax came back and was like, you know what? Your punishment for banging my wife, now you got to suck me off.
Now
and I'd be like, God damn it. I wish I had better eyesight.
No, you're like, worth it.
Yeah, I'm like, worth it.
Hey, for Sheila, this is worth it. Because I got news for you, Gormax. She sucked me. And he's like, what the hell is sucking?
Well, I'm about to show you, pal.
And he goes, and you go, have you ever heard of World War II, my man?
Well, this is where it's going to be from in the future. Anyway.
Anyway, we're looking forward to a European war.
Yeah, it would be very romantic, though. So romantic. Anyway, we got ARC. ARC had their Big Ideas 2022. What is ARC, you might ask? ARC has become the sort of proxy for all growth stocks.
We've talked a lot about ARC.
Yeah, Cathie Wood. Cathie Wood is probably the most optimist, future forward-looking bullish bull out there, and ARC is her flagship ETF. Well, there's many ARC ETFs. There's ARKK, there's ARKF, ARKQ, I think.
RFK Jr., JFK.
There is no JFK. He's dead. He got shot in the head.
RFK Jr. too. Oh, did you see his son?
Yeah. Married to
that's
Cheryl
RFK
Hine.
Jr. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big, like, anti-vax guy.
Big.
She had to come out and be like, crazy times. We actually differ on a lot of things. Imagine you had to do that with your spouse.
Yeah. Oh, man. I can't imagine. Boy, Hitler's wife must have had a hell of a time with that.
I don't know if he was married. He had a girlfriend, Eva Braun.
Oh, yeah.
He was actually really nice to her. She struggled with a lot of depression, and he seemed to quite We got to cut that out.
No, we can leave it in. Okay, we got to stay on focus here. Okay, so ARC every year does what's called their Big Ideas thing, where they put out this like 120-page PDF all about the industries that they think are going to be disruptive and blah, 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 all that shit. And they've done it, I believe the first year they did it was 2018, because I searched for 2017 and there was nothing. So
there was no big ideas.
There was no, they did, but it was just like a note from Kathy Wood saying, you know, some shit about whatever. But so
some guy opened it and was like, it's just a note from Kathy. It says some shit about whatever.
So so the first thing, we got some images here to pull up. These are the major innovation industries where Kathy and her cohort thinks is going to see the most growth. We've got mobile connected devices, digital wallets, blockchain, battery technology.
This fucking chart.
I know. Battery technology, autonomous mobility, reusable rockets, Internet of Things, cloud computing, genome editing, genome sequencing, living therapies, AI, robotics, 3D printing, and it's this like connected mishmash of how they're all like AI is connected to cloud computing, connected to autonomous mobility.
But some of them go nowhere. Look at that one coming out of Internet of Things, right? And it goes right to the line from AI to mobile connected devices, and it doesn't go anywhere.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's all hogwash. Well, it's not hogwash, but anyway, then the next, what was the next image, 1.1 that I had up here? Oh, yeah, we believe that 5 innovation platforms will generate significant equity market returns over the long term. So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But they said 5.
Wait. Oh, well, because the one is the non-innovation equity.
Right.
But yeah, the main ones are AI, battery technology, blockchain, robotics, and gene sequencing. By the way, they believe that by 2030, so in 8 years, all of these industries together will be worth a cumulative, what is it, 250 trillion? No, 200. So they forecast that these disruptive innovation technologies will be worth $210 trillion. $210 trillion by 2030. Whereas the current U.S. market for the entire stock market is only valued at 45 trillion currently. So those are some ambitious numbers that I am like, yeah, you know, I definitely agree that all of these things are going to be very disruptive. Will they be disruptive to the tune of $210 trillion?
Right.
I don't know about that. And the thing is, most of their forecasts, they like to cite Wright's Law. So much so that when you Google Wright's Law, ARC pops up. It's the first thing that pops up. It's not even like a Wikipedia page on Wright's Law. ARC pops up. And Wright's Law, with a W, says that for every doubling of units produced, costs will fall by a constant percentage. So it's just, yeah, it's pretty much every slide is like, according to Wright's Law, this is where we get all of our shit. But so I went back into I did a little fun exercise, and I went back to their 2018 big ideas to see if their forecasts from then had played out at all. And the first one was very striking. It was their air taxis. By the early this is from 2018. By the early 2020s, ARC believes air taxis should be able to transport a passenger to the airport for the same price as a taxi, but in a fraction of the time.
Oh, wow. They were dead on.
They were so dead on.
In the early 20s. And my favorite way to go to the airport.
Air taxi.
It was with an air taxi.
Oh, it's so fun.
It's so nice.
It's so nice. And obviously that did not pan out. So they still have like this same kind of slide in their current big ideas thing. But yeah, I mean, they do have Ubercopter. They have Blade. I actually flew on a Blade once. And let me tell you, I don't know if this whole autonomous air taxi, because that's the thing, is they're talking about them being like autonomous drone taxis.
Yeah.
It was scary enough for me to take a helicopter. By the way, the only reason I did it was because I got like $100 off. It normally costs like $200, and I got it for like $95, which was almost the price of an
Honestly,
Uber.
You could an Uber to JFK
costs like $85 bucks.
$15 more.
I had to go all the way from Brooklyn to the other side of Manhattan.
Oh, so you had to
worth
Uber
it.
up there.
No, I had to take the train and then a bus. But it was worth it for a 5-minute helicopter ride, let me tell you. It was just me and the pilot. And it was cool, but it was scary because Yeah, it was my first time in a helicopter, and I would not trust a fucking autonomous drone. I don't know what would you trust that? Would you just hop in a drone? And
No way.
Yeah, no way, right?
No way.
Why?
Well, I don't trust it. I think I'd miss it too. You know, I like having my driver. I feel like I'd miss having to every 45 seconds just go, oh, that's crazy. Oh.
Yeah. So, how long you been driving? You know, having the conversation?
No way, that's crazy.
Yeah. My favorite type of Uber driver is the guy who's got his Bluetooth in and he's having a conversation with a relative back home. And every so often, he's just like whisper talking.
Maybe that's just you because he's saying shit about you.
Yeah, I got this fucking kid in my car. He fucking smells and he's ugly. He won't stop staring at me. He won't stop asking to change the temperature.
I do miss taxi drivers.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I still take a cab if I'm in New York.
yeah, you can still do it, but Ubers have taken over so much.
Yeah.
Now it's like I hate getting in and like the guy's like, is this the way you want to go? It's like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Used to get in a cab and it's just like,
Yeah, they know where to go. Those medallion things, I did not even know that you had to like have a medallion and it costs like $1 million.
Oh
just
yeah,
to have
there was a crazy
cab.
story with it because
I
the
remember.
cabbies were drowning in debt and the Uber was just pushing them out.
Yeah.
A lot of them went on hunger strike in the fall,
Mm-hmm.
and to get either debt forgiven or to restructure the way the debt is paid, and they won. They won a lot of concessions. It's great.
They won some free food, I hope. They were hungry.
Oh yeah,
They were hungry. Hungry boys.
I'm sure they were.
I would never last on a hunger strike, let me tell you.
No, that would. I mean, we were talking about cavemen. That's my biggest. I get so hungry. You know, I like. I'm
Who's
always
verifying
fucking
that you're doing the hunger strike anyway? You're at home. You're
No, they were like out on the steps of the
just staying out there
of City Hall. Yeah,
Where do they piss and shit?
in the mayor's office. He has to let you.
That man got a toilet in there.
The mayor,
You're telling me that the mayor got a toilet?
Eric Adams, put the first one in.
Huh.
Bill de Blasio was shitting and pissing in bottles.
When I used to abuse Adderall in my early 20s and I was working as a driver in Los Angeles, I would have to pee so often. I did have to pull over a few times.
It does make you
in a
pee.
bottle. Yeah. Well, because I would drink so much water.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, she also predicted in 2018 that electric vehicle sales would eclipse 17 million units, 17 million cars sold in 2022.
Kathy Wood had a way different vision for
Yeah.
the early 20s.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, she's close because, well, last year,
Not really.
just about 4.5 million electric vehicles got sold. So that would have to triple this year.
She said it was going
might.
to be like 17.
Yeah, they're very ambitious. But yeah, they still think that air taxis are going to be a thing at scale by 2030 will cost $74 an air taxi versus a $65 taxi. And even cheaper, an autonomous taxi would cost only $10. And still, the cheapest, the subway, would be $8 in New York City. It's just, I don't know.
Why do they all overlook? Give us the fucking bullet trains.
I know.
Give us the bullet trains. Look, what I need all you to do, you all need to start buying Kathy Wood's underwear, her used underwear.
Oh, to get us closer to the bullet train?
If we want a bullet train,
We have to start-
Lord knows I'm doing it. I got a pile of her undies in my closet.
Jesus Christ. Because this is how we get closer to the Tokyo infrastructure. We got to start small with buying the underwear from vending machines
It's the only way.
to get to bullet trains. Hey gang, we want to take a quick break to thank another sponsor of today's episode. It's Hellofresh. Okay, guys, with Hellofresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. So skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit.
HelloFresh delivers pre-portioned ingredients to your door, including farm fresh produce that arrives within a week, so you get convenience without skimping on quality. Skip the trip to the grocery store, saving you the wait in long holiday lines and ensuring you don't waste money on excess food. Don't forget dessert.
Don't forget it!
Don't forget dessert. Satisfy your sweet tooth with seasonal limited-time goodies like Dunkaroos cookie dough or Vanilla Delight cheesecake.
Oh, I love Vanilla Delight cheesecake.
I love Vanilla.
Listen up, chump. HelloFresh offers the flexibility you need to easily customize your order online or in the app. Easily change your delivery day, food preferences, and plan size, or skip a week whenever you need to. You know, I hate going to the grocery store. I'm not a big fan of cooking, and I don't really know how, and that's why HelloFresh rocks, because they make it easy.
And you don't have to talk to the checkout person.
I don't have to talk to anybody.
Right.
I sit there, I put on music, and I follow the instructions. It's very easy.
You put all your groceries up, and the person's like, "Oh, what are you making with all
None
this?"
of your business.
Exactly.
None of your beeswax. It's great. It's easy and fast. I love how HelloFresh makes cooking so easy, fast, and tasty.
Go to HelloFresh.com/Trill16 and use code Trill16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. That's HelloFresh.com/Trill16 and use code Trill16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts.
HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. Also in 2018, they predicted that the 3D printing market could grow to $65 billion a year by 2022. That fell way short.
Damn, McKinsey really thought it was going to fucking explode.
Yeah, well, that's by 2025. But ARC predicted $65 billion by 2022, and I think last year it was only, I actually don't know, I think it was only like 12. They also predicted, you don't need to pull up the image for this, but they predicted, 3D printing and robotics is about 70 billion today. Well, that includes robotics. Genome mapping was the other one. They predicted that by 2022 or 2021, I think, would be $100. It would cost $100 to get your
whole
genome mapped.
genome.
But as of last year, it was still like 430. So
bullshit.
I know. So my favorite thing is the ride hailing. The current global GDP is $81 trillion, right? And they're projecting that autonomous taxis could have more economic impact than any innovation in history by adding about $26 trillion. So about, what is that? 246. Like a third, if I'm doing the math right? About a third of the current global GDP will be added. Autonomous ride hail could have more economic impact than any innovation in history, adding roughly $26 trillion to global GDP by 2030. That's because, I don't know where the fuck they get this, but they're saying that it would be a $16 trillion productivity uplift. It would add $10 trillion in service revenue, $3 trillion economic gain from preservation of life. That makes sense, I guess. $1 trillion incremental autonomous car sales for a net gain of $26 trillion.
What are all these losses? Medical revenue? Is that because people are getting
I guess
fucking killed?
Property repair, maintenance, fuel, insurance, and personal car sales. So they really, 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 really are banking on the robotaxis. And I mean, I would love to see it happen because as much as we like to see and talk shit on like autonomous vehicles failing at, driving down a tough street, they do excel in a lot of other areas. And it's imperfect, but I think that within 5 years, it wouldn't be out of the question to have at least some part of the current highways and streets having a
bullet
good
trains
being autonomous, like trucks especially. I mean,
yeah, I still like
to drive, so you're not going to take that away from me ever. I'm going to drive.
I never realized, who's really into it?
Who?
Older people at Thanksgiving.
Driving?
No, they were talking about autonomous cars.
Really?
And they were like, I get nervous driving now.
Mm.
And if I could just get in an autonomous car and get taken right to my daughter's house, that would be amazing.
It'd be cool if you could upload your personality to the autonomous car. So just if you want to maintain your personality of your driving, you can train the AI to drive like you. So you got an old person.
Don't want to let go of all your personal flaws?
Yeah, you can upload it right into the cloud, and the robot will drive your car just like you. I hope that they actually put like a robot behind the wheel, though. That'd be fun.
Oh yeah,
So
someone
you
to
could,
talk to.
yeah, so you could still have someone to talk
No
to.
way, that's crazy.
Yeah, so you're a robot?
No way.
Wow, yeah, no, that's crazy. That's cool. So you've been driving for like a year, huh? Oh.
Do you get road rage?
No, but I do get car sick if I'm in the passenger seat. I need to drive. That's why I drive us every time, because I get car sick.
I know.
Yeah, I don't like it. I can't read while I drive.
Also, the worst backseat driver.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, watch this up here. Yeah, I got it, Ben.
Yeah. Also, I'm hot. Or now I'm too cold. To round it out, Kathy, ARK's Bitcoin target, because they're also very, very, they're bullish on a lot of things. AI.
Wait, do we have that chart of
What?
Of ARK getting just fucking absolutely hammered because they're so.
Well, I mean, we can just say ARK went from a high. Their flagship fund, ARK, I think ARK K went from 180 down to like $55 or something.
Because they're really tied up in growth stocks.
Yeah, because she will buy things right when they IPO at full valuation. She was loading up on Coinbase in the 400s and into the 300s. She'll buy Robinhood in the 40s, and now it's at like 12. She'll just buy everything because she'll say that all these stocks are actually undervalued based on her 5 to 10 year projections of these things, which is like, okay, I get that, but they might come down a lot more than what you think. So why not just be patient and wait?
Because she's got a vision for the future, my man.
She truly does. I mean, they're believing also in AI, gene editing, 3D printing, and robotics, and I'm on board with that stuff. Then her crypto targets, she thinks Bitcoin's going to hit $1 million per Bitcoin by 2030.
$1 million per Bitcoin?
Per Bitcoin. And then Ethereum, she thinks is going to be worth $20 trillion in the next 10 years. That's not per Ethereum.
Right.
That's their market cap. And I had a fun story for you, actually, because I was seeing that people are getting their .eth, their ETH domains, and probably 10 years ago,
Sure.
.xxx domains came out. They were going to be for porn websites. It was going to be designated for porn.
I was pissed because they overlooked the .com that was staring them right in the face.
Man, they sure did.
It's like, guys, .com. It's
.com,
right there.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking way ahead, and I was like, oh, you know what would be a great idea is to buy some Disney properties with the .xxx domain, and then make just like a basic landing page that makes it look like, coming soon, CUMMING.
Oh, yeah.
And force Disney to be like, listen, all right, we'll just buy this from you, so just don't, okay? So I was already, Alice in Wonderland was taken, and like, Snow White, that they were all taken. I was like, what else is there?
Who's the sexiest after those?
Yeah.
Who's the sexiest after those?
And Pinocchio. Pinocchio.xxx was available, and I bought it for like $100.
There's a little bit of sex appeal there.
Oh, of course there is.
Pinocchio,
the nose.
keep lying to me.
Yeah.
Whoop.
And it's made of wood. So I had this whole game plan. I had a friend who worked at Disney, and I was like, listen, I'm going to make a landing page. I'm going to hire a graphic designer to make something look gross and have it say coming soon, Pinocchio.xxx. Disney will not want this to exist. They'll pay me $5,000 to take this down. Can you guess what happened?
They were like, we don't fucking care. Our founder was a Nazi.
Close. Nothing happened. I didn't hire a graphic designer. I owned Pinocchio.xxx for like 2 years, and
yeah.
So went my ambitions.
So went Pinocchio.com.
Yeah.
Did you hear they're changing the seven dwarves?
No.
Oh.
The seven little people?
I don't know. Peter Dinklage came out and don't.
It's funny, Peter Dinkler. What did Peter Dinkler say?
He was pissed because I guess they're rebooting Snow White.
And they left him out.
No. He was like, I don't know, pissed about their portrayal. And they were like, we're going to update it or whatever, but I'm quite looking forward to Tucker Carlson being like,
oh, yeah.
This is I can't fuck any of these.
I can't fuck any of
Put
these.
them back. I used to want to fuck Dopey. Now look at him.
Now he's lecturing me and telling me his pronouns.
That's a reference to
the green M&M?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just him screaming about.
I would still fuck the green M&M in her chussy.
What?
Her chussy?
Chest
No, chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yeah, Chussie. Anyway, so that dovetails nicely into Crypto Corner, doesn't it? Crypto Corner. So, Kevin O'Leary, the guy from Mr.
From Entourage.
He's Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank.
Oh, yeah.
He made this TikTok because crypto has been. He posted this like yesterday because crypto has been shit in the bed, and let's just watch it here.
You should go on Shark Tank.
It's too good.
And you should say, listen up, sharks.
Wait.
What
Look,
if we buy all Disney properties .xxx?
I'm listening.
And then we extort Disney. And I get a graphic designer, and he's getting real nasty with it, right? We got the Disney logo, and it's just dripping with cum. And they're like, sir, please leave.
We put balls on the Disney D.
Yeah.
Just what? Okay, so that was
I
very
love
good.
when he's got the guitar.
He's got his shitty blue guitar with his own face on it. He's wearing his Netscape hat.
Volatility.
Okay.
Jesus, that's all he...
What is the amp? What is this guy's worth? What, like $1 billion, and he can't get a better amp than whatever
that's true.
5-watt thing.
Truly, the amp they give you with like a kid's guitar set, where it's like just a shitty guitar, and like, here, we'll throw an amp in. It's like wow, boop, wow, boop, wow.
Well, in the riff he plays.
It sounds like he started playing guitar in lockdown. And honestly, you're making progress,
Really,
Kevin.
look at his face. Look at his face. He's serving up a tasty lick.
You gotta.
This is his thing. He makes these TikToks and then just captions his like thoughts on the market. So that's just, I thought would be a fun little intro on this.
Volatility.
Then we got this great clip of Michael Saylor, the CEO, the like perma-bull guy. Here we go.
There's only one useful thing that any of us can do every day when we get up. One thing that matters above all. That one thing is convince someone to convert some other form of property into Bitcoin.
That's the
We
only
need to get him on the show. He would do it.
All these people scare me.
Yeah, but he seems really fun and crazy and entertaining. I want to talk to Michael Saylor. I think he'd be a great guest because he'd probably educate us quite a bit. Because I mean, I think they own, his company MicroStrategy owns over like 90,000 Bitcoins.
Oh, before we get too far,
What?
I wanted to shout out that The Problem with NFTs by Dan Olson. The
Oh yeah, the YouTube video.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people have seen it. It's gotten
getting
quite
passed around,
popular.
yeah.
But it's very long. It's probably close to 2.5 hours. But
It's so good.
It's
very informative.
Really, it's really well researched. He just takes kind of the whole crypto market to task, and it's
Speaking of NFTs,
really compelling.
did you know that Paris Hilton got a Bored Ape?
I heard.
Yeah, and then went on Jimmy Fallon, and it is probably the cringiest thing I've seen so far this year. Is Paris Hilton on? Let's watch it on. Here she is. She looks great.
I didn't know it was her.
Yeah,
She looks
tan.
different, I'd say.
She looks.
But hey, celebrities reinvent themselves all the time.
they sure do.
And I say yes.
Okay. Oh,
I know, I heard. I'm so happy I taught you what they were.
You did. You taught me what's up, and then I bought an ape.
I got an ape too because I saw you on the show with people and you said you got a MoonPay, so I went and I copied you and did the same thing.
You did? Mm-hmm. This is your
mine.
ape.
Just
Yeah.
absolute
Really cool.
silence.
Like the hat, the shades.
wow.
Because you can pick your ape.
Yes, I was going through a lot of them and I was like, I want something that like kind of reminds me of me, but this one, it does. I think we made like another version of it where he takes the hat off and blonde hair comes out.
Oh yeah, because
Because you can do now whatever you want.
they're gonna animate him
version.
We're
soon.
part of the same. We're part of the same community. We're both apes.
Yeah. Wow. Part of the
Here's
same
my ape.
community.
This is my ape.
It's yours. Yours is so cool. I love the red heart sunglasses. I love the captain hat.
And his
It
shirt's
reminded
got
me of me a little bit
stripes.
because I wear striped shirts. I've worn these heart sunglasses because my daughters just as a joke, they have them, and as a joke, I put them on. So I've done this. And I love yacht rock and being breezy. So I'm like, yeah. That
All
kind
right.
of, and I like the blue.
All right.
Look,
So
I don't
you
wanna,
got a monkey doodle?
I-
I got my monkey doodle right here.
I don't want to shit on Jimmy Fallon because you know I love seeing an absolute drunk succeed, and good for him. You know what I mean? He's got the money to pay $216,000.
Is that how much his was?
That's what people did a little research and deduced it would be. But the best thing is, what you made a little face. You made a little face.
I'm just. This whole thing is just monkey doodles, man.
Well, the best thing is he probably won't, but he could get into a little bit of trouble with NBC and Comcast for a conflict of interest. And
If he were to make money on that,
Yeah.
it would be a conflict of interest, which I'm sure that they would punish him very, very heavily for.
oh yeah,
I'm sure that they would.
the head of Comcast is going to come down, pull his pants down, and spank his little hiney in front of a live audience.
His dirty little monkey butt.
Yeah, he's going to be fine.
He's gonna be fine. Hey, you know what's a fun story? Mark Cuban started a drug company.
This is kind of a fun story.
I like it.
I mean,
I would buy my drugs from Mark Cuban.
if they're cheap, I'll buy them from wherever they're the cheapest, right? I mean,
Same.
so he's gonna, it's like cost plus. He's gonna sell them for the cost it is to make them. I think plus 15% to make
Okay,
a profit.
that's reasonable. That sounds reasonable.
15% is still a little high for life-saving drugs, but yeah, I wish there was I wish the U.S. government could do anything to make sure that drug prices weren't
Sure.
unaffordable for Americans, but if Mark Cuban is the one who has to do it, I'll take it, I guess. He's actually, I'm pretty sure he's building a factory in Dallas to make their own generics.
Emil, what's the name of this drug company?
We'd have to pull it up. It's Mark Cuban. He's
all about
he's
branding.
a businessman.
Yes.
He's a brander, and so he came up with a snappy name for the company, right?
Yeah.
And that
something
is
that abbreviates well.
the Mark Cuban Cost Plus Drug Company, right? So everyone can remember it,
Yeah.
right? And I don't even have to look at the TV to remember that it's the MCCPDC.
Yeah.
Right? So, and that's when you're just like a king of branding, you want to make sure
People remember the
the
MCCPDC or the
right?
Mark Cuban Cost Plus Drug Company. So that inspired us to start our own competitor drug company, which is the Trillionaire Mindset Ben and Emil's Wonderful Discount Drug Emporium. Or the TMBEWDE. C. So we should do a commercial for it. How would that look?
Well, why did he put all these fucking letters? The come on down to the TMB. Fuck! Shit, just give me one more take.
Try it again. It's the TM.
And that's why we're asking you guys to buy your drugs from the TMBE. Shit. Line.
TMBE. I don't remember.
I don't remember his either.
We still got a ways to go. We still need funding. So if anyone wants to seed us, hey,
I think he's making a push to run for president.
Probably. I would vote for him.
2024.
I would vote for him.
It's so bleak that it's just going to be probably billionaire presidents from here on out.
I give us The Rock. Give us celeb presidents. More of those.
No,
Yeah,
please.
come on, The Rock.
I don't want it.
He would just sing that song that he made, that rap song to
No.
he would go to NATO and be like, it's about drive. It's about power.
I don't want Mark Cuban. I don't want The Rock. I don't want Oprah.
Okay, who would you want besides Bernie Sanders? If you had to pick a president, who would it be?
Oh, God. I don't even
Come
know.
on. I'm standing right here, pal.
No.
I gave you my plan.
I don't want any fucking joke presidents. That's the thing. Did you see, although
People
Biden's
need humor.
Biden's taking a little, did you see him call the reporter a son of a bitch?
Yeah, he's great.
And it's funny because I think people were like, oh no, people loved it.
Yeah.
And it's like,
It's fun.
If you're gonna be a bad president, at least do funny things, right?
Yeah.
That's why we all
Stumble up some
That's
stairs.
why we all love Trump.
Yeah.
Did you see that? The Reince Priebus story.
But I forgot that name.
I hate him so much, but sometimes
Who was he? Reince Priebus?
I don't even know.
That sounds like a name that you'd make up to lie to a cop. What's your name, son? Reince Priebus.
Okay, here it is. Can I read it to you?
You can read it to me, pal.
When Reince Priebus was the White House chief of staff, President Donald Trump often subjected him to questioning about badgers, the state animal of Priebus's home state of Wisconsin. According to Sinking in the Swamp by Bailey Deese reporters Lachlan Markey and Aswin Subasang, Trump asked Priebus if badgers are mean to people, how they work, and what they eat.
How do they work?
Trump would raise these questions while Priebus was trying to brief him on domestic and foreign policy. At one point, Trump reportedly also asked Priebus whether badgers have a personality, or
He's curious about them.
or if they are boring, and he wondered if Priebus could show him pictures of badgers.
What the fuck? Oh, that's so endearing.
I know. I kind of love just this big baby. Like, what are badgers like?
Are they mean to people? How do they work?
Are they?
Show me a photo of a badger.
Do badgers have personalities, or are they boring?
Is that him asking Reince?
Reince?
He would call him Reince Priebus.
Do you have pictures of badgers on your phone?
Do you have games on your phone? Yeah. Wow. That's fun. Hey, okay, so should we do this last story? Neuralink is starting human trials. They're putting chips in people's heads. Are we talking about Cooler Ranch? Are we talking about garden salsa, Doritos, Sun Chips?
Wait, can I ask you to say what you said when I asked you if we should cover this story?
Yeah, I said I don't care. Let's just talk about it if they put it in someone. Let's just wait until someone's head explodes, and then we'll talk about it. It's probably, I mean, knowing Elon Musk being the trickster that he is, I'm sure he made it so that he can talk to the person via the chip in their head, the implant.
Oh, it's me.
Oh, it's me. Can you
Can
hear
you
me?
hear me?
Can you hear me? So
Oh yeah, I can hear you, Elon. It seems to be working.
great.
What now? What else can I do with this thing?
Well, we're going. He just updates them
Is-
on what they're going through with
Is,
Tesla.
is this just basically a microphone?
For
Is that
you?
all it is?
Yes. So we're working on the Cybertruck. Cybertruck is
Yeah,
now.
I've heard.
You can purchase Dogecoin. You can mine Dogecoin from your Cybertruck.
Yeah, but what else can this thing do?
Well, you can hear me, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's it.
Okay. You guys cut a
Hey,
pretty
what?
big
Hey,
hole into
I want
my
to run
head.
by you. You're a
put
normal.
this in.
You're a normal person.
Sure.
I want to run by a tweet by you. Hey,
Okay, let's
I was
hear it.
born 69 days after 420. Isn't that funny?
I don't know if I get it.
Well, I'm going to tweet it anyway.
Are you guys going to be able to remove this
Hey,
microphone?
what do you think about what do you think about Dogecoin? Okay, I fucking hate doing this. All right, I didn't get very much sleep last night.
Why?
I woke up to pee and then I just couldn't fall back.
Dude, that happened to me too.
You woke up to pee?
No.
No?
I woke up just like feeling kind of bad,
Mm.
and I thought I woke up before my alarm, and I was like, oh, this sucks. And I have a I have a Google Home next to my bed
Uh-huh.
for the sole I got it for free. For the sole purpose of, because when I look at my phone to check the time, it just wakes me up.
Yeah.
Right.
So
And I
you
can't
say,
get
"Hey
back to-
Google, what time is
I
it?"
say, okay, Google, what time is it?
Uh-huh.
And she tells me. And so I asked her, I said, okay, Google, what time is it? And she was like, it's 3 a.m. And I was like, holy shit, this sucks.
My brother played a great prank on my mom with her Amazon Echo like 3 Halloweens ago. He said to the Echo, hey Alexa, set a reminder for 3 a.m. And it said, okay, what do you want me to remind you? And then he said, Vicky, there's blood everywhere. Oh my God, there's blood. Why is there so much blood? So at 3 a.m., the thing went off, and he had turned the volume all the way up. At 3 a.m., the thing goes off and goes, Vicky, there's so much blood everywhere. What? And she was terrified.
That is terrifying.
It's a good prank.
That is a good prank.
Yeah, I think I'll do it to her again this year.
Well, now she'll know.
Yeah, but it'll be nicer. It'll be like, Happy Halloween, Mom.
Oh, you'll do it on October 31st.
Yeah. 2 days after my birthday.
A nice little birthday surprise.
Yeah.
So you woke up to piss, couldn't get back to sleep.
I woke up to piss, couldn't get back to sleep.
Woke up to piss, couldn't get back to sleep.
Yeah. So, and I had a dream that I was grocery shopping. So it sucked. I didn't want to go back to sleep. I was like, I don't want to go back to the store. Anyway, leave a comment, like the video.
We got to start saying this earlier.
I know. 'Cause yeah, I know.
Do us a favor.
Kill your parents.
That comes later. Before you kill your parents, don't do that.
Don't do that. It's a joke. It's hyperbole.
Smash the like button.
Yeah.
Not only smash it, tell all your friends to do it. Send it to them and say, hey, even if you don't watch it, at least hit the like button. So get everyone you know to hit the like button. Play it on as many devices as you have.
Jesus Christ.
Leave a comment.
Hey,
nice ones only.
Yeah, nice comments only.
Nice comments only. Then move over to Spotify. Play it on Spotify as well.
Damn, you are asking a lot.
Review.
Oh, yeah, review is good.
5 stars only.
5 stars only, because that's good. We like that.
And
follow us on socials.
Follow us on socials.
Kill your parents, quit your job, shit your pants. Thanks for tuning in, and keep your chin up.
We've got some fun stuff coming up.
Yeah, we got some fun stuff coming up.
And you'll find
in the
out
next couple
about
weeks.
it.
You'll find out what we're talking about.
And go bid on the jar.
Go bid on the jar. Thanks.
Thanks.
Love you.
Bye.